skins are stuffed with ashes and hung up in his house, to be seen at this very day. And in the close of this letter he shuts up all with these words: "'Tis here very remarkable and never to be forgotten, that this tyrant, being not ignorant of the mischiefs and enormities executed by him, boastingly said of himself, They who travel in these countries 50 years hence, and hear the things related of me, will have cause to say or declare, that never such a tyrant as I am marched through these regions and committed the like enormities. Now not to quit the stage without one comical scene or action whereon such cruelties have been lively personated, give me leave to acquaint you with a comical piece of grammatical learning in a reverend religioso of these parts, sent thither to convert the West Indies pagans, which the author mentions among his reasons and replications, and all these I pass by as immaterial to our purpose, many of them being repeated in the narrative before. The weight and burthen of initiating the Indians into the Christian faith lay solely on the Spaniards at first, and therefore Johannes Colmenero in Santa Martha, a fantastic, ignorant, and fopish fellow, was under examination before us, and he had one of the most spacious cities committed to his charge, as well as the care and cure of the souls of the inhabitants. Whether he understood how to fortify himself with the sign of the cross against the wicked and impious, and being interrogated what he taught, and how he instructed the Indians whose souls were entrusted to his care and conduct, he returned this answer, that if he damned them to the devil and furies of hell, it was sufficient to retrieve them if he pronounced these words, per signin sanctim cruces, a fellow fitter to be a hog herd than a shepherd of souls. This deep, bloody American tragedy is now concluded, and my pen choked up with Indian blood and gore. I have no more to say, but pronounce the epilogue made by the author, and leave the reader to judge whether it deserves a plaudit. The Spaniards first set sail to America, not for the honor of God, or as persons moved and merited thereunto by servant zeal to the true faith, nor to promote the salvation of their neighbors, nor to serve the king, as they falsely boast and pretend to do, but in truth only stimulated and goaded on by insatiable avarice and ambition, that they might forever domineer, command, and tyrannize over the West Indians, whose kingdoms they hope to divide and distribute among themselves, which to deal candidly in, no more or less intentionally than by all these indirect ways to disappoint and expel the kings of Castile out of those dominions and territories, that they themselves, having usurped the supreme and regal empire, might first challenge it as their right, and then possess and enjoy it. Finis. End of section 20. End of a brief account of the destruction of the Indies, by Bartolome de Las Casas. Translator unknown.